Alright, today's video we're going to be teching on this bad boy. And I say teching, I'm just saying we're probably swapping out a bunch of parts. But just to make this video sound cooler, we're teching. Oh. Anyway, moving on. So these are some of the parts that I got. Some of them, like this, is just an external part. But this, such as this 9-ball power barrel, is what we're going to be putting into this bad boy. I don't remember if it's 6.03 or what. And we're going with it is yes. So moving on, we have our Cow short stroking kit. This is going to be to reduce the amount of travel the slide actually goes. So instead of the slide going all the way back, we're actually going to just make it stop until it just chambers a BB. And then last but not least, a Maple Leaf Decepticons bucking. Moving on, we're going to start teching on this pistol, and I'm going to be implementing all of these pieces if you have not seen. And just in case you were curious, this is a 9-ball, I want to say extended slide release, but it just looks like a normal slide release, but still. Anyway, so we're just going to break apart the pistol by lining up this notch, pop out the slide release, send the slide forward. I'm just going to do that for now. Now we're going to, I want to point this at the cameraman because I don't trust myself. Alright, gently pulling that out, which is the guide rods and the spring and that piece, the follower, I'm guessing. I don't know. We're going to pop out the outer barrel. Put that to the side. Put this to the side. Now for this, we'll just do a little dance. There we go. Just pull this out. Oh boy, this is greasy. Ooh boy. Yeah, that is mega greasy. And then I forgot, I don't have a screwdriver. I'll be right back. So I just got a little tiny Phillips head screwdriver. Alright. Alright, so we got our barrel out, and now we're going to put these two together and put it back in here. So, alright, so we got a new barrel. Looks much cleaner. Sweet, got it on there. Alright. Alright, with that being said, what it looks like is this lines up with this. Alright, and now we have our barrel assembly. I'll put back together. The new barrel and bucking. Just like that. Yep. That's back on, and now for this. That might be just enough. I don't actually know. Well, we're just experimenting.
The more you put, so the thing is, short stroking, you got to be careful, because you can get that stuck inside the Hi-Capa itself. Not saying you should worry right now, but when you're going to put it, when you're going to assemble it back into the Hi-Cap, depending on how much you've short stroked it, it's got to be, you got to have enough in it to where you can literally put it back in the gun, but you also got to have enough to where it can push the slide back so it hits the hammer, not necessarily cycling the BB.
Let's take that out. I'm just losing barely.
Watch your fingers.
Yeah. I'm just losing a very tiny amount of space that I need to actually get.
Pull the hop-up chamber back, because there is a gap between the chambers sometimes. That gives you a little bit of leeway or whatever.
I wonder if I took the washer off, maybe it would. Let me do that real quick. Just take one of these washers. Okay, I did not want to force that in. I'm just going to put this in, see where we are at. Alright, let me just disassemble, take off the slide again, and we'll put the one last thing that was on our assembly thing for my cool little extended mag release, or slide release, not mag release. So the slide release really has no function here, it's just to look cool, and it's kind of a, besides a finger rest here from the safety, you can actually rest your thumb on this, and it's kind of a nice pointer for your, like a rest for your thumb, which I think is kind of neat. Alright, so we've got the gun, we put some BBs in it, we've put gas, and we're using 0.20 gram BBs for the shooting test. So I'm not really shooting at anything but in particular, but I'm going to be aiming at the tree where it looks like there's like two of it split at the trunk. And the hop up is set 75% of the way, so not all the way up. think it's empty. Yep, it's empty. I will say, the one noticeable thing that I am seeing is it's more straight and accurate than it is looking for range. And that's what I was kind of looking at, because as farther as it would go, it lose accuracy, not like by an extraordinary amount, but a noticeable amount. So that's what I wanted with the Decepticon bucking and the barrel. So overall, pretty satisfied. It's not until I run this into a game will I really know if those upgrades really matter or if they really have a tremendous impact on this pistol. But overall, I think this is the purchase that I made, pretty good so far. But until I prove that in a video, that decision waits to be made if it's really some good upgrades. This is Venom Airsoft, and I'll see you all later.